Hello, viewers. I'm Namrata Yadav. I'm a business student and a researcher. I conduct talk shows and understand how businesses function. I also blog about them. We all have heard sales is a number game plus more. We have also heard sales always work like a funnel system. Out of 10 calls you make, one should be an appointment, and one in 10 appointments must convert in a strong potential lead and a definite sale. So, let me introduce you to these gentlemen, Mr. Ravindra Tilekar and Mr. Agnivesh Singh from Sun Symbiosis International, who come with variety of experience in sales and business development and with experience in handling array of product line. So, Ravindra sir, what is sales prospecting?
First of all, Namrata, a big thank you to you for inviting us, and it's always good to be on your shows. We are also connected offline, but good that we have gotten an opportunity to speak to your viewers
Definitely, sir.
today.
Same here.
So yeah, without further ado, you asked me a question: what is sales prospecting? So how I would like to answer it is when you go on a fishing trip, right? There is always a good chance that you might not catch any. So sales prospecting is a bit similar to that. At times you feel that you're shooting in the dark and hoping to win a customer, but there are always better chances to do it, right? So sales prospecting is the first and most important step in the sales process. The idea is to identify the potential buyer of the product and to connect with them from different directions. It can be either through your SMS, your phone calls, your emails, and some events, trade events, etc. So it all depends on you, which one you choose, how you choose, and how you want to go about it. But at the end of the day, you are the best judge to know what kind of mode or medium you're going to use.
Okay, that was a really innovative way of answering how sales work. Okay, my next question will be to Agnivesh sir. So, what is the difference between lead and a prospect?
Okay, thanks Namrata, first of all, to inviting us in your shows. It's always delight to see you. So the question is lead and prospect. So first we need to understand what is lead and what is prospect. In simple terms, I can say that all the prospects are leads, but not all the leads are prospect. So I'll explain you. You know what happens? Sometimes the term lead and prospects are used interchangeably and can be confusing when our sales team is prospecting. So lead can be divided into, let's say, a cold lead, a warm lead, and then it becomes a sales prospects, and then it migrates to become a customer. So a cold lead is a potential customer who is not aware about your product, not aware about your services. He has not expressed any interest in the company or any interest in the services. Then I'll explain you what is warm lead. Warm lead is a potential customer who is aware about the product and services and has expressed little bit of interest about the company's product and services. For instance, if I would like to put it in this way, the lead may have come from a website or a subscription or from a newsletter or like visiting a website or any other social media platform. The lead that matches the target audience and the buyer persona are called the qualified leads, or it becomes the sales prospect. And when that particular prospect goes on and buy the product, then he becomes the customer of the company. So this is the basic difference. I would not say that these are diagonally opposite, but this is the difference between lead and prospect.
Okay, okay. So, what are the steps in sales prospecting?
See, sales prospecting in general term, we can divide into four steps. Like we need to research about the prospect, then we have to identify the decision maker in the company, then understand the KPIs, then engage with the prospect. If you allow me, then I can explain it one by one
Sure,
how to
sir.
research. Okay. So research is like we need to research about the industry, then the pain point, and the company demography. So industry, how we are going to analyze the industry, and we have to see where the product which we are offering to the customers is going to fit. Okay, so that is about the industry. The pain point. So for the pain point, we need to identify the roadblocks that are faced by the prospect and the industry which we are targeting. And the company demography can be, we have to see who is the company. Okay, because we need to see who is the decision maker, who is the who, what is the size, what is the capacity and capability of the company. So in this way we can, and if it is about the B2B sales, okay, so here we are talking about the B2B sales, and we are trying to find out prospect from the industry, from the business side. uh, then we need to find the decision maker in the company. So we know that, like, if it is like SMEs, like a small medium enterprises, or mid-sized company, then decision maker can be a owner and founder and CEO of the company. But if it is a large organization where the employee strength, let's say, is about 10,000 people are working in that company, then probably a purchase manager or a general manager of a particular department can be the decision maker of the company for the product which we are going to offer. So we need to identify and find who is the decision maker, so that we can approach the right people and save a lot of time. Then we need to see that the need, that the particular product, the services which we are offering, what is the need for that. Because if we sell a product, people don't buy it. We need to sell a service, we need to sell a solution. Okay, so if it is a solution, and it is, fill the gap, fill the need of the customer, then then we can say it's a good prospect, and we can make it a sale, we can make it a customer. And
Okay.
then
Hmm.
then it comes how we are going to engage with the prospect. So once we identified the lead, which we need to target, we want to target, we understood their requirement, we understood how, and make them understand how our product is going to help them. We need to engage with them at a different with a different sales prospecting techniques. You know, because relying on just one technique may not be feasible,
Hmm.
as our salesperson may get lost in the crowd. But employing several of these sales prospecting techniques may help to create a impression. Okay,
Yes, sir. Okay.
so
Hmm. Okay, that was great. I understood how it works. My next question would be to Ravindra sir. So, sir, what are sales prospecting methods?
Okay. So see, there can be a lot of sales prospecting methods, and I can say it can be cold mails, it can be cold calling, it can be through social media, and it can be through events, webinars, conferences, and referrals. But if you want, we can again go like step by step or one by one through each segment. So cold emails, we can always start with cold emails. What are cold emails? When you write an email to an unknown person or a stranger, that is called as a cold email. Then you mention about your products in that email, and then you send it across to the potential buying party. It becomes a cold email. But can you use the same email for everyone? Now that's the biggest mistake which people make. You have to customize your email accordingly. You have to write down what are the exact services which you can provide for his or her industry, and is are you suitable as a sales prospector for his industry? Are you going to add some value to his industry? Because if you send it just like a generic cold email, it is going to go into trash or maybe the spam box, and the next time you cannot send any cold emails. So it has to be crafted, it has to be personalized, and then you can send a cold email. All right. So from cold emails, Namrata, then we'll move for cold calling. Have you ever received a call from maybe one of your telecom operators introducing a plan, or maybe through someone who is completely unknown to you and he tries to sell you a policy? So they are strangers to you, and this for the first time he is going to build a rapport with you. So those are cold calls. So cold calling is like receiving a phone call from an unknown person or from a stranger who is trying to sell his products to you.
Hmm.
So they focus, on knowing the person, knowing the product. Uh, they focus on their customers, and they try to endorse the product to the customers. So this is cold calling, and this is one of the method. One of the major mistake which people make while sales prospecting in cold calling is they don't understand the importance or of the time of customer. So they take it for granted, and sometimes they try to burn the bridge, and which should not happen. So one should be very careful when he or she makes a cold call. If a person is busy, always try to reschedule and put it somewhere in written that you have to call that person at so and so time later in the future. From cold call, then we move to the social media. As you know, social media is rampantly used these days, and on an average a person spends around 2.5 hours each day on social media. Social media platforms can be like your Facebook, your Twitter, your Quora, and so on and so forth. So that is related to social media, right? And people do start prospecting. So Quora is usually done used for subtle marketing in the sense they will write a complete story, and at the end of the story there will be somewhere written courtesy so and so. So this is called as a subtle marketing through Quora. Then we move on to the next segment, which is called as events. Is like where people get an opportunity either to showcase their product or to network with people from different segments, and they exchange hi hello, of course, and they build up a rapport amongst them. At the same time, they also make aware about each other's products and their features, etc. So it's a good getaway to know people from different community, a different industrial background, etc., so that you all stay networked and connected. And this is the way you can do your marketing of your product or sales prospecting of your products. uh,
Right, sir.
and it also gives you a luxury of time, because the time is always there, and you can take a person uh, somewhere at side and start pitching about your product there, and if that
Hmm.
person is interested, it's like face to face. It builds up more rapport instantly
Hmm.
than on phone call, because it's a physical meeting, it's not an electronic medium through which you're connecting, right?
Hmm. Yeah.
Then you go to webinars, and webinars are again it comprises of connecting on a digital platform. So when you are on webinar, there will be around 100, 200 people. Of course, you cannot see all of them, but what you can do is in the webinar, I'm also giving tips to people who are listening to this show, so that they can use or make most out of it. So when you attend a webinar, there are 100, 200 people. There are chat boxes over there. There is unique one chat box through which you can just send a message, and whoever is the interested party in buying your potential product, he can get in touch with you. So, for example, I'm from Sun Symbiosis. My name is this. We are selling this. You are requested kindly to get in touch with us. So that is called as connecting through webinar. Then the last, but not the least, it comes as a referral.
Hmm.
Referral is it creates a significant impact on the buyer's decision. In fact, 92% of the customer trust referral from people who they know, around 90-95%, right? So it also depends on different other factors: how long they know each other, how many
Hmm.
times sales reaches out to the customer, overall satisfaction with your products and services, and like whatever the experience one has gone through, and he is just trying to share it and recommend it to his friend or to his acquaintances to buy
Hmm.
so product. So this is also through a referral system, right?
Okay. So, sir, can it be outsourced? And if yes, so what are the benefits of it, of sales outsourcing?
Right. So definitely, sales can be outsourced, and it has got lots of benefits. There is an increased revenue, increased like market research. You don't have to spend much time on that, and the trend now. is moving, like from HR outsourcing, we all heard, payroll outsourcing, we all heard. Now the trend is moving towards the sales outsourcing. So there is, of course, increased revenue. Market research can be done. You can data gathering becomes simple. You can reach out to more number of people, and at the same time, you don't have to keep the entire sales force on your payroll, because maybe if a project lasts for around 6 months, and then you don't have to hire a couple of people, which can be used as a shared resource, and the benefit can be delivered to you by a sales prospecting company through shared resources. So cost is also divided in that case. Data gathering becomes simple. You can go global. So on and so many benefits are there of outsourcing the sales activities.
Okay, okay. So, sir, is it costly? Like how the cost is determined?
Yeah, so that's a very critical and a crucial question when it comes to cost. See, uh, how do we say if something is costly? For some people, it is an investment, an enterprise value. For some people, it means to say that they are sowing the seeds now and reaping the benefits later. So it depends on entirely a product to product, industry to industry, and it entirely depends on that. But usually, it's not costly. For one unique company, which is, for example, it is into toys, and they have to outsource it to some other country, maybe a team of 2 or 3 people can be constituted, and depending on like what are the activities, how many calls need to be made, what time each consultant is going to take, it all depends on that. Yeah, but it's not that costly.
Okay, okay. That's good actually because costing is a very important factor.
Right.
Okay, my next question is to Agnivesh sir. So, sir, can this be done internationally, and does it have any challenges like language or culture constraint if done from country outside?
Yes, as my friend Ravi has already explained in his talk that what is the benefit. Yes, it can be done internationally, and we are already doing it. Okay, and of course there are challenges of the language. There are language barrier. There are the cultural differences. But as you know that recently or in last few years, English has become a global language, and people are people, we are talking with the people from Germany, Finland, Montenegro, from Italy, and they speak. The national language of those particular countries are different. Like Italy, it's Italian; Finland, it's Finnish; Germany, it's German. But they are quite comfortable in English. So we are having talks with them in English. So I think, as far as business talks are concerned,
Hmm.
English can be accepted. And when it is B2B sales, we can go away, we can go with English, and it is okay. But if we are making B2C sales where we
Hmm.
have to deal with the customers over there, then probably language can be a constraint. So in
I
that case,
see.
we need to have a person who can speak the local language.
Hmm.
Okay, so that can be resolved. Second thing is like culture. So definitely we need to know the basic things about the country, their population, demography, their per capita income, what are the culture and tradition. Okay, so that it all these things build up the rapport. Okay, and it can be done. It is not difficult. It is not something which we cannot acquire. It can be acquired. It can be done. So as I said that as a Sun's ambassador, as a company, we are already prospecting for the international companies. We are having toys from Ukraine. We are having a solar product from Finland. We are having a headlamp adjuster, a automotive product from the again Ukraine. We are having adhesive from UK. We are going to be in. We are in a final stage of negotiation with one of the company from Germany for the waste, to manage the plastic waste into the synthetic oil. So it can be done. We are doing it. So it can be done, Namrata.
Wow, that's really innovative products that you just said, sir. And okay, so thank you so much, Ravindra sir and Agnivesh sir, for your precious time. I hope the concepts make a lot more sense to our viewers who wish to pursue a career in sales and marketing. And please feel free to post your questions in the comments below. Sirs are really sweet and they will definitely answer. Or you can always reach me. And do check out their website, sunsymbiosis.com. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thanks, Namrata. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Namrata.